I think it's ready. This is a can opener. I showed you a long time ago this can opener. I love it, but it doesn't stop on its own. So is it ready? I don't know. Oh, so just push the button. And now let's see what happens. So welcome to Jacki's WFPB Whole Food Plant-Based Journey. And I am making roasted chickpeas, and I made them another day and they came out all wrong because I didn't follow the recipe correctly. So I'm going to follow it correctly now. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, but I'm going to pause for a moment. I paused because I was printing out the recipe from the website and I thought the website would be on the printout. Listen, people, if you have a business or not, and you have a recipe or anything that needs to be printed out, your information, your website, your name should be on that printout, because I could take this recipe and never know. Now, it does say author name Kim Murphy, but still, who is that person? So I had to write down Kim at Simply Plant-Based Kitchen. She is amazing. She has taught me so much. I signed up for her online course and I highly recommend it. It's worth every penny. And I don't know her. I don't endorse. I don't sponsor anybody. Just so you know, if I'm saying things, it's because I'm benefiting from it. She's wonderful. So this and everything's oil free with her, which I like because I want to be oil free because I want to lose weight, and it's working. Okay, so it might not show on the camera, but it's working. Now, all right, so what are we doing? We're doing barbecue roasted chickpeas, oil-free, crispy barbecue roast. So if you saw my last video, I had some leftover barbecue sauce that I had made, so I put that on the chickpeas, which wasn't correct because it was like a sauce and it wasn't crispy. It tasted good, but it wasn't crispy. So I'm now going to follow her recipe, which has 1 3/4 cups of canned chickpeas, which I'm not going to follow because I don't want to measure 3/4 cups. I'm just going to do a can, right? Because I'm just simple and it's early in the morning. So I'm just doing a can of garbanzo beans and which are chickpeas, right? I think I discovered whatever. So the other day I said, chickpeas aren't beans, they're chickpeas. So I guess chickpeas are beans. Again, I am learning. I don't know anything, or I'm starting to. So these are chickpeas, right? And okay, so I'm just do a can. What is that? Maybe a can is 1 3/4 cups. I was thinking it said 1 3/4 cans. See, I don't read very well. I mean, I read, but I don't like when it gets into the head, from the paper to the brain, it interprets things differently sometimes. If you haven't figured, so 15.5 ounces. I think that is about, that might be 1 3. Well, no, because 1 cup is 8 ounces, right? And so 2 cups would be 16 ounces. So maybe that is about 1 3/4 cups. Why didn't you just put a can? Anyways, whatever. So now 1 teaspoon of chili powder. I can't believe I had that in the house. I must have bought it for another recipe. So I'm like, I have all these spices. I'm like, I don't think I have chili powder. I do. I can't believe it. And I have 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika and 1/8 a teaspoon of salt, optional. Preheat oven to 400 degrees. Rinse and drain the chickpeas, pat dry, and combine the spices, and just that's it. And then every 10 minutes you kind of like toss them, and the whole thing is about 30-35 minutes in the oven at 400. So I'm going to do that. I got my there's my seasonings. I'm draining my chickpeas. I'm going to pat them dry and I'm going to roast them, and then I'll let you know how it works, how it comes out. So I decided maybe I'll, before I do all that, maybe you'd like to see what I do, right? I'll try to be quick. So I just rinse these. I didn't rinse them. Did it say rinse? Oh my goodness. I think I just drain. Rinse and drain. All right, forget it. I'm gonna rinse, drain. Sorry, I cut you off there. I said rinse and drain, and then I just turned it off to drain it. See, this is what I do. I have to read things over and over, and I screw up and okay. So, but I do it, right? Do it, and we get better as we go. So they're draining. I rinse them. They're draining. I'm gonna put them in this beautiful bowl that I got at Pampered Chef. And I'm not a sponsor for Pampered Chef. I'm just kind of excited that I bought cooking things because I never did that before. All right, so let's see. I poured them into the bowl, and now I'm going to pat dry them. Or you can use a clean dish towel. I'm just gonna use some paper towels. I waste a lot of paper towels. I know I should get better at that. So I am pat drying them. I want them to be nice and dry because they're supposed to be crispy in the oven. Oh, I should preheat the oven. 400, right? Did they say preheat? I don't know if you need to preheat. Yes, preheat oven to 400 and line a baking sheet with a silicone baking mat or parchment paper. And I have a silicone baking mat. I never heard of silicone baking stuff until, I don't know, a month ago. So I got that at Pampered Chef too. For those of you who don't know, I did a Pampered Chef online party and I bought like everything. Oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm starting to mash them. I shouldn't do that. See, I'm patting them dry and you see how it's getting kind of flaky. That's like I'm starting to mash them. I don't want to do that. So let's put them in the seasoning. Combine spices in a medium bowl, mix well, add the chickpeas and toss. Okay, so combine well, which means mix, right? I learned that the other day. Mix them up, combine it all looks the same. Two same colors. So it's hard to know if they're being mixed, but mix them up. I'm mixing. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. I mean, they were clean, but still. I'm on TV. I was gonna say I'm on TV. I should have clean hands. I'm not on TV. I'm just on a YouTube channel that nobody watches. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna pour these in. Which says pour them in. Spread chickpeas. Okay, combine spices, add the chickpeas and toss. All right, and she has a video doing this. This is what, but I paid for the whole series. So I don't know if she has it public, but she does use her hands. Okay. That part's working. Let's hope that they'll be crunchy this time rather than soft. Let's spread them out on the sheet. Can you see? So these are supposed to be like a snack, like to just like nibble on because they'll be crunchy. She calls it like a chip, probably like a peanut, like you eat peanuts. Or there's something that's like this that we buy they're like corn, are they corn chips or something? Corn something. They look like this. Oh my God. All right, so I'm not gonna stop the recording until I wash my hands. It's kind of a new computer and I don't want to get it all dirty. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put them in the oven. Every 10 minutes, I'm gonna toss them. And then when 30 minutes is up, we're gonna take them out and I'll show you what it looks like. Pause. All right, so it's 10 minutes. So I am tossing them. I don't know what that means. I should have paid more attention or try to remember what Kim did in the video. But tossing, I'm just taking this probably tool that I should be using. It's kind of a rubbery spatula thing. And we are just kind of tossing. I'm just spreading them around, kind of trying to flip them over a little bit, like a spatula, like pancakes. But it's kind of hard. So I'll probably have to learn more about tossing things like this. So don't know if I did much, but look at this. Isn't this cool? When I was on the Plant Life Journey retreat, one of the girls that was attending the retreat that I met there gave us all these gifts. And she found them on the shop in town. And it just tells you all the different measurements, because we were all concerned, or maybe I was, didn't know really the measurements. So these are nice, really nice little spatula. Okay, I'm gonna pause the recording another 10 minutes or 20 and we'll see what happens. Okay, so while I'm still waiting for the roasted chickpeas, I decided I'm going to, I like these rice sticks, get them on the Amazon. And you have to soak them in warm water for like an hour. And I know the water will stay warm for an hour, but whatever, you put warm water in and you soak them for an hour and then they're ready to cook. You could stir fry them or make a soup or whatever. So I made a delicious peanut sauce from Plant Life Journey recipe, Plant Life Journey retreat. When they gave us the cookbook, they have recipes on their website as well, plantlifejourney.com. And then click on recipes. I don't know if this particular recipe is on there with the peanut sauce, but I love their peanut sauce. And they have two. They have one for dressing and one for sauce. And I made some yesterday. So it's in a jar in the fridge. And I'm going to make the noodles and put the peanut sauce on it. And then it could be a side dish. It could be a snack. It could be part of your meal. And it's maybe be like a Chinese restaurant and put like crushed peanuts on it. You know, like how you order one of those dishes and it's a peanut sauce with crushed little peanuts, like little specks. Maybe. But I also have cauliflower crumbles. Oh, I'll show you what those are. Let's see. I think I've shown you before. Actually, it's called Cauli Crunch. You want a little crunch on your food? Just sprinkle a little bit of that on there. Just a little, just look like breadcrumbs. But they're nice to give it a little, you know, crunch. Anyways, okay, let's see what happens waiting for the chickpeas. I've got to mention, so the last time I made these, I thought, oh, I should like cut them in half when they're dry. You know how when you cut spaghetti in half, it's easy to cut in half. So I just did that, right? So I started to break them in half. Oh my gosh, they went flying. And now I'm in a deep sink, and even I'm doing it in the sink, and I think a couple flew across into my living room, into the back, into the kitchen, and they're like white. They're gonna blend in with everything because my floors are kind of like an off-white, and I'm gonna be stepping on all these plastic little noodles everywhere. So be careful if you break them. Okay, I'm gonna pause. I just thought maybe you'd like to see. You're probably thinking, I want to see how she's soaking them. Well, I put them in the sink in a big pan. You can see. This is my computer, so I'm holding my. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to stop it. Anyway, so there is my rice noodles being soaked in the sink in warm water for an hour. So I just took out the chickpeas and I'm going to toss them again, but this time I'm going to use just a spoon. So they say every 10 minutes to toss them, even though it's probably been 30 minutes already, but I'm going to toss them and then put them back in for a little while. I only tossed them once, you saw that. So it's a little bit easier with a spoon. They're looking okay. All right, so I'll put those back in the oven and we'll see what happens. So the timer just went off. Alexa, off. So I'm coming back into the kitchen because I was sitting out in my lanai with my computer. And when I do that, I kind of forget that I have something cooking. So thank God for Alexa who reminds me, because that's why I say set an alarm, you know. All right, so let's see what happens. We're going to take out the, take it out. What? I'm sure they're hot, crispy. They seem hard. Too hot to taste. So we'll let those cool and I'll come back in a few minutes. So I actually put them back in the oven because I like things to, cook well. And so I turned the oven off and then I put them in and I set the timer. Well, I asked Alexa to set the timer for 5 minutes. But while I'm waiting for that, just wiping down the counter, I decided, how like you take a seasoning and you put a little onion, you put a little garlic, you put a little dill, whatever you like, right? Himalayan salt, black pepper, what else we got? And rosemary. So these are kind of my favorite. And I'm getting tired, I'm lazy, right? So I'm getting tired of 1, 2, 3, 4, take the cap off, put it back on. So I decided, since I tend to go to the same group of seasonings, I'm going to combine them all into one because I bought these empty shakers. I don't know why no one's done this before. Maybe you do it. Maybe you're all saying to me, Jackie, that there's a reason why we don't do it that way. I don't know. I'm just going to say, oh, there's Alexa. Alexa, off. So I'm going to keep those in there just a little longer. So I'm going to just take a half a teaspoon. So I'm going to measure it out. I don't know if that's the right thing to do either. So I'm going to take some rosemary. I got to remember to keep the caps close by because I tend to put the wrong caps on the wrong bottles. I'm going to take some garlic powder. Right, we just got a half a teaspoon. I mean, originally I was just going to but then I decided maybe I should measure it all out. Now that I have measuring spoons, why don't I use them? Now we have. What do people do without nails? I use my nails for so many things. Dill weed. That was a heapings. It's not exact, but I just thought it'd be kind of try to make it even by measuring it. And now we've got our organic onion powder. Oh, organic. Try to get organic whenever you can. I learned that's really important. People think, oh, it's just more expensive. No, it's healthier for you. You're worth it. You can spend more money going out and being bad stuff. Why not spend money buying good stuff? Okay. I'm going to just stir it up with my measuring spoon. And then I was thinking of doing pepper and Himalayan salt, but I'm wondering. So with that, I'm just going to just do a little bit, just a little bit of pepper. A little bit of Himalayan salt, because Himalayan salt is supposed to be very good for you. A little. Okay, so now I gotta get my ingenious. Remember what I discovered? How to pour things in. I really should get a funnel, but here's what I do instead. There I go, leaving you again, always leaving you. I mentioned this before, put it in a little, one of these with a little spout. Is that what it's called, a spout? And then we just pour it in. Over the sink would be a good idea. Should I still, I could have done it over the bowl. Then I wouldn't have lost the stuff. I could have saved it. All right, so I just started out with a little bit, see if I like it. And shake it up. Did I stir it? Yes, I did, yeah. It's in my memory. And there we have it, my own spice. It doesn't make a lot, but if I like it, I'll make more. Always start little, right? So should we taste it? What can I put it on? Well, why don't I just taste it? It's good. It's good. Tastes like some, you notice I taste the garlic. I think that maybe, and a lot of you probably know this, I should have put in less garlic and then more of everything else, because I just really taste the garlic. But it does taste good. I'm gonna taste the garlic because I guess I never realized garlic was so powerful. So it's good. So what I could do, take this, I think I will take this, and I'm gonna make more without the garlic. So because it's very garlicky. So I'm gonna add some more of this stuff, and I won't make you bore you with it, but I'll just add more of everything else, except the garlic. And then I'll add it to that and see if that tastes any different. Okay, I'm gonna pause one more time. We'll take out the chickpeas. I'll make more of these seasonings and let's get results. Well, these are the rice noodles I was telling you about. You know, they're very long. You saw the package, but they break very easily and then they fly away. All right. Let's try a chickpea. Let's see what they look like. There's our roasted barbecue chickpea. Here comes the taste test. It's not very crunchy. It was like crunchy on the outside, but soft on the inside. Maybe that was one of those I mashed too much. Let's try to find another one. Try this one. Soft. Supposed to be crunchy. What did I do wrong? Did I not trying to I mean they're okay, but they're soft in the middle. They're not like crunchy. Maybe that's what they're supposed to be. Well, if anyone's made these before and have any tips for me, let me know. They're fine. Maybe you know what? I might bake them for a little bit longer. Maybe I'll turn this up. I'll turn this back on to 400. This is how I cook. Turn it back on. Oh, they're all flying off the. Are these any better? Oh, I've got a crunchy one. The one that fell off the it's soft again. Maybe I need to toss them more. You know what? I bet it was all in the tossing. Maybe I didn't toss enough. No, it's still soft. I only got one crunchy one. So let's see. I'm gonna cook them some more. All right, so now I gotta clean my palette. Crunchy one was very good. It's crunchy. So if I can get it to crunch, they're good. Okay. I got a piece of pepper or something. Chili powder, but that's it. I got a taste of it. Okay, let's try this. Oh, so this is the one I added more stuff to it, except for garlic. Stuff meaning seasonings that you all saw. Well, you know what happens is I bet the garlic is the finest, so the garlic comes out more. Still garlicky, but it's all right. Maybe what I should be doing. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. The holes are too small for like the rosemary and the dill because it just all fell out. It was all probably caught in the cap. So I think I need to pour it out or get one of the bigger ones with bigger holes. Now this would be more like tasting before I think just the garlic came out. Now I get them all. Not bad. Ooh, just tasted something. Like the dill. Was that the dill or the rosemary? Yeah. So I guess that if I'm gonna combine my seasonings that I use all the time, you know, I just didn't want to have to. It's like, how many trips do you want to make to the car or to the store? It's like, how many trips do you want to make with the seasonings? Just put them all together, the same ones you use all the time, mix them up, open it up, and then pour it out. But I guess some recipes call for certain amounts of seasonings. Maybe that's just popped into my head. But sometimes I'll just make something and I'll just put a, sprinkle on a little bit of all those seasonings. So now I can just open it up and go like that. Whatever. Okay. Hope I didn't bore you too much. I think that's about it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.